Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. And as you can see, what we're going to go ahead and do is actually continue off of our old game. And I learned a few things from the last video, mainly from Kevin. He sent me a message letting me know that you can actually use ice instead of snow to melt and create your ponds. Now, that actually sounds a lot easier the way he told me. So we're going to come in here real quick and we're going to make a whole bunch of ice. Let me see where it is. So it uses 4 snow apiece just in this little small left corner. So we're going to make a whole bunch of that. In fact, we're going to use pretty much all the snow that we have because you don't really use snow for anything other than to make water. And that's ultimately what we're going to be doing here. So let's drag this down here. So now we have 40. So from what he told me, you can put these down. I'm unable to build them where they're traps. Oh, that sucks. What if we do it on this side over here? Now, from what he was telling me, you can put them down, and let me get rid of this stuff, guys. Sorry, did get rid of that too. So you can put them down in the water itself, and they will still melt, being surrounded by water. The snow won't do that. If you put snow down on top of a block of water, it just absorbs the water pretty much, and the water disappears. You lose it all. Whereas this ice one, I'm hoping at least it will work a little bit better. And if it does, we're gonna fill up this entire side. We're gonna have to change these rocks. This side is actually a little much. It's almost done. In fact, let me just go ahead and get rid of this stuff over here, guys. Put a portal here so they're more likely to come over here. I'll deselect this stuff for now, and hopefully they will. Come over here. Now I need to select my stone. Where's my stone? There it is. So let's put this down over here. And the only reason I'm doing this, replacing the front earth with stone, for the pure fact that it seems to replace earth, replace roots. So let's replace the roots and see what that does. It seems like it retains the water a little bit longer than normal. Replace snow. Replace the snow. There we go. And if you don't do it this way, it seems like the water will evaporate pretty quickly, and then you won't have any water to speak of, which really does suck. Now, these guys have plenty of stuff to do. They're all the way down here on the bottom mining. So, yeah, hopefully they will leave this alone. I know there's a lot to it, and oh my god, even more over here. I need to mine more gold. A lot of resources. But I guess this guy's going back down. He has a light on his back, so I'm guessing he's putting that somewhere. Although I can't remember where I told him to put that. Nowhere, maybe. So let's see, what did we finish? Oh no, that was just a new quest. We didn't actually finish anything, I don't think. Let's see, what quest do we have, actually? New technology, farming, and new technology. So we're not going to mess with that just yet. Let's see, are they putting this stuff up? They sure are. So let's put some blocks of ice down. Now, I'm not quite sure if you have to do 2 layers of ice or just 1, and if both of them have a chance at melting. And will they melt if there's more than 1 stacked on top of each other? That will be a question in its own right. But we'll go ahead and try to find out, do as many of those as possible. Where are these guys going? They're literally coming over here to get some of those wood pieces. No! He nearly killed himself. You guys are idiots. I put this portal here not so that you guys will jump over here, but so that you'd put the blocks down. Oh, great. So he had a block, but he couldn't put it down because somebody was standing on it. Let me put this here. Let's see if these ever melt. Hopefully they will. Hopefully they don't take too long to melt, and that you can have multiple layers on top of each other. Because it would be nice that when they melt it, it just fill this entire pool up for me, because it's a pretty big area and I don't want to have to keep coming back over here, so we'll see. Man, I hope this works, because the snow thing was killing me before. That was taking so long to do. Let's see, I'll put a portal here, I guess, just to help these guys get back a little quicker, because there's a lot of them over here. And chances are at least one of them would fall, hurt himself, maybe even kill himself. I really don't want that to happen. So let's see. With that going okay, now I just have to wait for them to find out if it will melt. So I'm just going to have them come back down here and finish harvesting all these really good resources so that I can actually start making some stuff. More gold over here. A little bit more right there. Nice. Let's put, I was going to put another portal down, but I think I'll wait on that one. I'll let them finish up over here. And these guys are still just running back. Let's see, can we put up, yeah, we'll put a little light here. There's a guy hiding right on top of some iron, so we're going to kill that guy and chop away there. Nothing over here that I can see. This guy has a full backpack, and yet he's still somewhat, for some reason, making his way down here. Probably to his death. Probably to get to the portal. I bet that's where he's going, so I'll put another one here. You need to go to bed. You're an idiot. Let's see, how many other people are almost dead? You're almost dead. And this is just from those people falling off of cliffs and damaging themselves. They were all full life. You're almost dead. Go to sleep. Attacking enemy. No, you can go to sleep. You're almost dead. Same thing with you. Oh, great. I'm going to send like half my people to sleep. That was not my plan. Oh, great. A little book. Fisher's book. Increases the speed at which fish are caught. Now, I definitely need to get the water going, mainly for that reason, just for the fish alone. Now, I am fishing over here every so often, and there is another fish here that I can get. They don't come back too often, though. They're pretty slow. So I'm really hoping this over here actually works. But it doesn't seem like it is. Maybe I put too much down too quickly. I don't know. I don't want it. Oh, is that what he was trying to come over here and kill? That little snail that I said to kill like an hour and a half ago? Although it does look like we have plenty of food. Yeah, we got plenty of food, I think. We could probably do a little bit more with the fish, because we are kind of low on that. This one right here. So let's look. Can we make any more? We need more water, which we don't have any of. Let's come over here and grab some of this water. Now that we have some fish, we'll also do a little bit more fishing. Might as well. I don't think they spawn faster with more of them in there. I think the only thing that determines how fast the fish will ultimately spawn is just how deep your water is. Because you can make it pretty deep. I mean, you can go... Actually, I haven't seen any limitation other than the size of the map. You know, so if you wanted to hollow out the entire size of the map and ultimately keep collecting snow from the endless snow sessions, then... oh, great, he's killing by the traps. Of course, that means they're one weaker than they were before. It's... Man, he took almost all of them out. Let's come over here and put one block of ice down and see if that will melt on its own with nothing else around it. Hopefully that will work. This I still need to just clean out, get rid of all this stuff in here. Is he taking any of the water back with him? No, he is not. Let's get a little bit more fishing done. Seems like this guy has taken, I think, 2 or 3 loads of fish back already, which is a pretty good amount. I think the only thing I'm going to be low on is water, which I don't really want to pull any from here, although I need to put somewhere down because it does look like it's gone down a small amount. And I think if it goes down any further, it may not be good enough for the fish to spawn anymore. So as soon as he gets that last one... Where am I under attack? This stupid little ghost guy. Kill him! Die! These guys are more of an annoyance than anything else. Even at the beginning of the game, they're really not that difficult. But they do drop these little spikes, so it's almost worth it for you to leave a small part of your dungeon that doesn't have any light, just so that they can spawn. Oh, wow. Yeah, just so that they can spawn and then move over towards where your guys are and actually get some of that loot. Because you do use those spiky things for a number of things. Oh, is somebody over here? This might be where a monster is, guys. We might check that out here in a minute. In fact, let's harvest that and then make our way over underneath. No? Won't do that? Oh, because we can't. There we go. Now you guys can do it. And of course, you guys run out of your portals pretty quickly. I need to keep an eye on that. I need to build more of my ladder, but I don't have that much wood, to be honest, and I don't want to waste it. So let's go back to making some stew. We got the fish. 14 pieces of fish. That's pretty nice. Let's see, what about the coal? Well, maybe not wanting to waste that much, but we're going to go ahead and use it. And the water. So we'll do 3 of those. That's 30 a piece. That's, yeah, 10 a piece, so we got 30. What about our food? Yeah, completely full. No, can't fit any more on there. Okay, so we'll have to wait. For whatever reason, it's a lot. Oh, somebody still has to make it. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys. Somebody still has to come up here to our table, our cooking little utensil, and actually make it. We got 3 of those, by the way, so we could technically have 3 people up here making that, but I don't think there's any real hurry to do that. Let me see. There's a portal here. As long as they keep up with that, they shouldn't have to keep traveling too far away. I bet you there's a guy over here too. They don't usually put a big room like this, at least not in my experience. I've heard every map could be completely different. Oh, there's a lot of coal over here. We're going to definitely get that. But I've heard that every map can be completely different from one another. But in my experience, it seems like anytime they put these rooms, there's always a dude inside, one of those big guardians. So we're not going to fight him just yet because we got 6 minutes till the next wave. And I'm kind of anxious to see how this next one works out, whether we get 1 wave or 2 waves, or whether they go down the right path that we've kind of been building for them. But I do definitely want to come over here and take a look around. That would get us prepared, definitely for the coal alone, because as you can see, you use quite a bit of that to make bars of any metal, whether it's gold, silver, or mithril. And you do it for making some of those foods. So yeah, it's definitely one of those utilitarian resources that get used up in a lot of other resources that you kind of wish that you could supplement the coal with wood, because you can actually make coal out of wood if you use the right process. So I kind of wish maybe they had integrated that into the game so that you could make your own. But I guess they never thought of it, I guess. But the wood is really the only resource other than water, because it rains and it snows. Now, there might be a desert planet that doesn't have a renewable resource like water, but as far as we've seen, wood and water are pretty much the only renewable ones that we have. Let's see. I guess we can go down this way too. Get more people digging. It would allow several people to be over here at one time rather than just one guy. Kind of wish he would continue digging in his direction though. But around 2 minutes, I'm going to have them all go back and go to sleep. That way they can get a little bit of health before the next wave. Although most of my guys are pretty good on life. They're down to about 2 bubbles, maybe 2.5. It's not that big of a deal. Not something I would imagine would really limit them from surviving. I think they're going to do pretty well on this next one. Let's put a portal down here. Probably won't last too long on the level because they are digging down, but it's better than having them fall down constantly, which is going to get deeper and deeper. Now, if I picked up some of that scaffolding, which I need to do eventually, that will be less of a problem. So, okay, finally he's digging over here to the left. Although I think if there had been a guardian in here, we probably would have seen him by now. So maybe not. We'll have to keep going and see. But at the very least, we can use these blocks in the background if we go ahead and chop them down. And the same thing with the walls and the flooring and all that other stuff, if we want, on our own base. So it's kind of a nice little resource boon. And of course, you can always recycle materials as well, just going into your craft and taking an item that you no longer want and dragging it over here into your finish slot. If you hit the button now, it will recycle it into something that is one of its base components. So if you made planks and you put planks down here, you use wood for that, so it's going to give you wood. If you used wood and iron, it has a chance at giving you either wood or iron. Or maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get both. But it's completely random, so you can't always predict it. You can't always guarantee the resource you want. But it is kind of nice. You can use that on the daggers and the swords and things of that sort that you get from the enemy. And occasionally you'll get a little bit of coal back, a little bit of iron. It's basically just free resources that you didn't have to rely on the map to get. So it's giving you that extra little boost just in case you get to the end game and you can't finish the portal because you spent your resources on something that you didn't really need at the time, or that you spent it on those things as you needed, but now you need you know, an extra 10 or 15 iron. You no longer have any gold. You can take apart your tracks. You can take apart all sorts of stuff. Oh great, these guys are killing themselves. You can take apart all your stuff and then recycle it, and that will allow you to actually finish off the level. Let's see, so that guy's gonna go to sleep. I guess he can go to sleep as well. He's almost full life, but might as well just have everybody go back. Let's see, you're going to sleep. You're working still. No, you're going to bed. Working. Okay, so almost everybody's already full life. I'm surprised at how many people don't actually need any sleep. Going to sleep, you're okay. So digging, going to stockpile. I guess he's going in reverse. Okay, so that's everybody right there. You can see I got food. Somebody finally made a bit more, so we'll put some on the tables. Yeah, we'll put some down here just to spread it around different areas. I do need to make some better beds. I can't believe they're still using these little these little crappy little beds from the beginning of the game. I need to get rid of those and force them to use the other ones. Because I think, yeah, there's 2 more beds up here that don't have sacks on them. And those are, one's a really nice one, and one's a not so nice. But they're still better than these little ones down here, so. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we've got 12 beds, we only need 10. So yeah, I'm going to destroy those crappy ones eventually. Probably before the next wave. Not this one, but the next one after that. Now, we have our landmines set up. Not landmines, but our traps. So hopefully this will go a little bit easier if they spawn over here. My traps for over here, not so much, and that's mainly because I was trying out this ice, which doesn't seem to want to melt for me, whether it's in one little stack or 2, or just by itself, you know, not connected to anything. I've had the same issue with snow that seems to melt where it feels like it and then not melt where it doesn't feel like it, like right up here in this little area on these little blocks. If I bring it down to just 1 block below and it's not connected to these 3 right here, it will melt. Just like if I put it right here, it will melt. So I'm not sure. I haven't quite figured out why or what is the issue with that. But ice definitely does not seem to be working for me. But we'll keep it up there. Maybe it just takes a really, really long time. Maybe I have to come over here and put some torches down or something. Oh, sweet. It's spawning down here for once and not up here. Oh, yeah. You guys are all dead. I wish you'd be going the other way. Oh, okay, they're going the other way now. Nice. Now, if I had a Tesla tower over here or something, that would be an amazing thing. I would go through far fewer traps because of it, and I think nice, I get an extra guy, 5 wood and 3 roots. Kind of a weird reward to get, but and I wonder why they're, I guess because they're going towards my base, so they're pulled towards the right. So I guess that's why they get here and they just dig down, because they don't want to go left. That's away from my base. And so when they get over here, they're just like, yeah, we'll figure a way to get there. Whatever the shortest distance is, we'll dig. So they're always going to get through this block. I just have to constantly replace it. Once they get through, yeah, quick work. I mean, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it halfway, I wouldn't imagine, because there's not that many yet. Was he just going to stand there? Why would you go that direction? There's no way he was going to dig through all that. I haven't seen them dig through that much. I guess this guy is bugged. He's just standing there. I don't know if he's dead already or if he just decided he didn't want to move anymore. Either way, send my guys to attack. See what they can do. Should be good experience for them at the very least, because they do level up the more they use whatever their attack is, whether that is melee or, in fact, let me put a portal. It'll be easier for them to pick up all this junk and take it back with them. But if they're a melee guy and they're using their sword, they're level up in that. If they're a bowman and they're using like an archery skill, they're level up in that as well. So you do want them to get into fights. You just don't want them to get so overwhelmed that they die, because that's when they lose everything. So if you can let them fight these easy battles with a little bit of help from either these traps or from a guard tower or hiding inside your base and firing through open doors or something like that, then that's ultimately the best deal, because they will slowly get stronger. And then at the end of the game, when you're fighting guardians that are incredibly strong, you might actually do rather well. You might actually be able to kill the guardian in one fight rather than having to go heal up and come back, which can be kind of a nuisance, because I usually lose 1 or 2 guys upon the running away, because I always wait till like the last minute to do it. And that's kind of regrettable when you lose all of that experience that they had. So he wasn't actually dead. He was just standing there. I get some boots, some iron boots somebody dropped. I'm not sure which character dropped that, but the enemy has a chance of dropping pretty much any item that you can possibly imagine. I've never seen them drop mithril, but that could just be because we're playing it on easy and normal right now. We haven't actually gotten to a really hard level. So I bet it's coming, and when it does, I bet it's going to be one of those things that you get some pretty cool stuff off of them, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. So let's go ahead and put these blocks back, and then I think I'm going to have them sent up here to get some wood, because we definitely need a lot more wood. Now I'm looking for a good spot that has a lot of wood in one little area, where my guys don't have to fight too much. It doesn't seem to be this side. It seems like everywhere on this side has either zombies or yetis, and I don't really want to take on either one of those right now. Not that my guys are hurt, but if I can avoid the fight, I'd rather just do that. So I guess let's mine this side real quick. Not a whole lot. And I kind of wish there'd be like secret little areas off to the side or something that you can dig in and find, you know, like a really cool weapon or something, but I haven't quite found anything like that yet, so I guess we're going to put some more of this down. It doesn't seem like it's filling up as much as I would like. Forgot to put a portal so they could walk back. I just didn't want to waste another one over here for them to get back yet, so let's see. What can we craft? Is there anything we can craft to get to a higher level? Now we do need to work on our steel. So let's do some steel pickaxes, because we definitely need that. And we have a little bit of wood to work with before we start doing those traps. So let's see how. Oh, we got 34 bars. That should be enough to do. Let's say we'll do 11, because that's how many people we have. It's going to use a lot of our bars and probably a little bit of waste, but it will help us chop down a little faster of our dirt. We do need to upgrade our axes. It's a little less expensive. We'll make a few of those, because I know a few of our guys don't even have axes. So definitely need to have a few for them. That's pretty much all I can build there. What about a hat? Leather helmet. Leather boots. What do leather boots do? 4 armor. So we can make some of that. We can make leather armor. 8. These things use the exact same amount. 2 leather and 1 rope, but just in different spots. And it doesn't seem like it's really worth it. I mean, this is 8 armor, and this is only 4, so that's half as much. And then this used pretty much the same thing except for iron, and it's only 4 as well. So it seems like if you're going to use your resources, you'd almost be better off just making the leather armor than anything else. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make 11 pieces of this if we have the resources, because our guys do need better armor. We only have 4 rope. May have to make some more rope. Do we have any wool? Yes, we do, actually. So let's do 15. Go back to our armor. Where is it? Right here? No, that's not the armor piece. It's gonna level us up already, so I think we'll hold off on that. We'll let them finish making all of that, which will allow us to go to the next tech tree. And the only reason I'm holding off on making the rest of that gear is because if it levels, gives us the option to make like silver armor or something like that, then it kind of makes that other stuff obsolete. And when you get to Guardians, you pretty much want the best armor you can have, or that you can at least afford, because you may be able to have mithril armor, but it's incredibly expensive. And what I found on the last level, and it was probably just my map, was that I barely had enough mithril from all the mithril that I mined on the map, which was every single bit that I could find on a map that I almost completely explored. I think it was like 98% open already that I found all of its stuff. But in that amount, there wasn't any mithril left on the map. Now, I could have used gold to buy it from the vendor, but I wasn't sure if it would carry over onto the next level, so I didn't do that. So basically, if I had used mithril on pretty much anything other than what I was supposed to use it on to get to the point where I could make the portal spells, I wouldn't have had enough. And that's when I would have had to have gone back and recycled items and things of that sort. So some maps will just have more resources than others, and you kind of will have to change your gameplay based on that. If the map has tons of coal, well, then you're lucky, you can do a lot of things. But if the map has tons of gold, you may decide that I'll skip over the iron stage. Basically, I won't make any iron weapons or pickaxes or axes or anything like that, and I'll just get to gold as fast as I can, and then just make a whole bunch of gold stuff for my guys, because you have an abundance of that resource. So you do kind of have to look around, and as you play through the game, decide little things like that and go in the direction. Because if you decide that you want to do mostly iron, and then you get on the map and there's just none of it to spare, no matter as much as you may want to build all those things, you literally can't. Even if you did the recycle, there's just not. You're not guaranteed to always get one back. And as I said, when you come into the shop to buy things, it is kind of expensive. You only get 3 iron right here for 1 gold. So you'd have to have a decent way of getting quite a bit of gold. You can get it from the waves. I've seen when you kill the creatures, sometimes they drop just tremendous amounts of gold. You can also get it from the blocks when you're digging. So it's not too hard to get gold, but it is something that is completely random, no matter how much you want to force it. I mean, you can come over here and you could dig, and not find 1 gold. And then you could move to another spot, and every single block you destroy could drop a gold. It's just, like I said, completely random, so you can't count on it. You can't rely on it. So just, try to do the best you can, but don't force anything, because it is one of those games you have to adapt. So, where are they going? I guess they're coming down here. I still want them to finish up chopping all that wood down, because I do need quite a bit more wood. So let's see, I guess we can put this here, right in the middle of the sky. Okay, so they finished that off. What does that open up for me? That opens up advanced weaponry. So I can do steel swords, longbows, wooden staff, grinding stone, and fireball the spell. Now, steel swords require quite a bit of iron to make, but they're incredibly strong, and they're pretty much the best swords you're going to get for a while. Let me go through it and see if they have the better one over here. Silver, and then you get into some of the other ones a little further on, like this one right here. But yeah, that's pretty far away from where we're at. So yeah, the best sword for almost 4 levels of research, and then we can get some iron traps, some iron cages. The problem with this is where wooden traps are cheap and renewable, iron traps are not. You put down an iron trap, it lasts longer, it does more damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't come back into the earth. It's not like once the trap is destroyed, the iron just pops out in little nuggets that you can go and pick back up and reform it into a piece of weaponry again. You can't do that. You just lose it completely. And as I was saying before, just a few minutes ago, you only have a finite number of that. So even though that's stronger, oh great, what are you doing? You're an idiot, and you're dead. Run! No, they're gonna kill him. Run! Don't stop! Oh my God, I can't believe he made that. Oh, thankfully he knows that he needs to go to sleep. So my guys know to come over and help him out. And I guess if they're going to come to help out, I'm going to go ahead and send everybody over here. Just take this camp out once and for all. They are extremely annoying the way they laugh and never really shut up. So let's see how well my guys do now. So they've actually made some of that stuff. Let me go through and give these guys a little bit better armor. Got this guy and this guy. I do like the way it looks. It's actually kind of nice. I guess we'll put it on this guy and keep tossing it down until we find somebody who doesn't. I guess we can put some boots on him because he has nothing to speak of. Okay, so let's go back. We have steel pickaxes, so we'll replace those with the iron ones that aren't quite as good. Where are my axes? Steel axe. Put that sucker on there. And they're pretty much all going to get an upgrade as far as pickaxes go. Don't have that many axes to go around, to be honest, but that's okay. It's not really, I think, that big of a deal. I don't really chop down trees nearly as much as I do stone. It's pretty much 90% of the game, I would imagine, right there is mining. Whereas the trees, you do come back to them quite often because, yeah, you're going to use a lot of wood. But, I don't know, it just seems like if you have a better pickaxe in the long run, that's 10 times better than anything else. Now, this guy actually needs something. I think I'm going to give him... Is it steel club? What is that? 20 damage versus a wooden bow, which is 20 damage. I guess we'll go with the steel club because we don't have quite as many melee guys as I would like. So what about all this? Give them anything? No. You're good. What about all my archers? Do they have archery? No, you don't have archery. Yeah, very few of my archers even have the skill archer. I should have made sure I left a space for that. I don't know what I was thinking. Kill them! Kill these guys! Oh no, my guys are getting tore up. That's a lot of damage right there. Because they're all archers and they're kicking my guy's butt before they even get close. Kill them! Kill him! I could be using my my spell power, but I'm not gonna waste it right now. I think these guys are doing fine on their own, and they're smart enough to know when to run away for the most part. This guy probably should be running away now. There you go. What about you? Yeah, you need to go run away as well. Run! Run! No, I told you to go to sleep, man. There you go. So my guys did not do very well on this. No, what are you doing? Leave! Leave! You're an idiot. Stop! Stop! I'll take control of you if you won't. There we go. Oh my god, you're an idiot. What is wrong with you? Let me go ahead and select one of these dwarves, see if they're all okay. Attacking enemies, sleeping. Oh, that guy's almost dead. Going to sleep. There we go. Going to sleep. Attacking enemy. So I still have a few people who are okay to attack. Not very many, though. I don't think we're going to win this one. Yeah, I don't think we've killed any of these little dudes, to be honest. And I wonder if they regenerate, if they come back to life, if you don't finish all of them off. If that was the case, they'd be a really good source of experience to come over here and just kill a few of them and then come back every once in a while and do the same thing. If they don't kill your guys. Come on, get out of there, guys. Get out of there. I got one guy chasing my guy. Is he gonna make it? Put it here. There we go. This guy, and none of this ice is melting. So I'm gonna have to ask Kevin how he did it. Maybe it has to be deeper. I don't know, but I had high hopes for this because that would be a really, really quick way to make a lot of water. And unfortunately, that does not seem to be the case. Attacking enemy. No, you need to go to sleep. So let's see how many people are sleeping. Pretty much everybody is. So we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. I know we didn't really get too much done today. We did go through a pretty good wave, and our traps finally worked, which I'm actually incredibly happy about. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can I don't know, fix this a little bit. I want to seal it off up here on the top, create like a little roof over it so that I am aware that at higher levels we do get some flying creatures coming out, so I kind of want to seal them in here so they can't get out and they kind of have to go through our tunnel. But after watching how they react to it down here, I'm kind of concerned that they may just try to fight their way out. Now, this is not the most efficient way to handle waves. Obviously, that would be to build some towers and some traps over by your base, which is where they're headed. They're ultimately trying to get to this little location right here. And if you protect this really, really strongly, just putting towers around it, they won't get anywhere close to your base, and you really won't have to worry. But I wanted to do something a little different, a little bit more fun than just tower, 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 and never worry about it again. So this is my, basically my answer to that, to try to create a little bit more excitement. And so it's not quite as efficient as the other route, but I will try to seal this up and see if that works. Maybe it will keep them in, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll have to do 5 or 6 layers around it in order for them to stop trying to get through and go through my tunnel. And if that works, then I can put some towers in here every so often and have them just blast it as they go through my cave. But I think that will ultimately look pretty friggin' cool. And if I can put some kind of water in here, maybe some little water design, or even integrate these guys into it, maybe get them into the fight, that would be kind of cool. So if you guys have any ideas on what you want to see or how to set that up, leave them down below. I definitely will read them and try to integrate them as much as possible into the game. But as you can see, all my guys are pretty much sleeping right here, and the noise is rather deafening. I don't understand how any of these people can sleep with all of them in the same room. But again, guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, please take a moment and hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. And again, you're more than welcome to leave comments. Thanks for watching, guys.